Good morning, everyone. This is Tuesday, October the 25th, 2022. The time is 10 a.m. and we got a temperature of 15 degrees Celsius. It's supposed to be going to about 18 or 19 today, so we're looking at a beautiful day in Halifax. And today I'm taking a ferry ride across the harbor. Lots of fog out here today. And then we're going to walk up, maybe we'll walk up Duke Street, or maybe take Cogswell Street up, and then we'll walk north from there. Okay? So we'll see how it all goes, so let's get going and enjoy the ride. First we got about a 15-minute ride on the ferry. So I'm gonna do the whole thing, even though it might be a little boring with the fog and everything, but it won't take that long. We'll get across and then we'll continue on our journey. I got the front seat and I'm sitting inside because it's a lot quieter in here than it is outside. And I got the very first seat so I can sit right by the window and look forward. The bridge is right over there and I doubt you can see it, and maybe you might get an outline of it a little bit. It is very, very foggy in the harbor today. see the buildings quite clearly. And that took us 7:21, but it'll be 8 by the time we get stopped, or 8 or 9. By the time I get into Ferry, 10 minutes. Well, that wasn't too bad. I gotta try to wiggle into my backpack here now without making this too messy. Trying my best. If it's going to be too jiggly, I'll have to turn it off. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn it off for a minute so I can get my backpack on. I'm right back. See, you didn't even know I was gone, did you? All right, I'm back. Got my backpack on. I'll just keep it right on going off the ferry so you can see what the ferry looks like. For anyone who hasn't seen it yet. All right, let's go. Off the ferry we go to the streets of Halifax. Let's see what we can do today. I heard them talking on the radio the other day, and Michael Bublé did a concert here, and he was sitting in his hotel room and he looked out over the city. And you know what Michael Bublé said about Halifax? He looked out and he said, "I'm in heaven." So that says a lot about the impression of Michael Bublé got when he came here of Halifax. All right, we're going to go out through this way to the street. It's pretty calm out here today. So it looks like wind won't be a problem. For my friend Caesar in Mexico, this is Los Toros restaurant I was telling you about, right here. Tim Hortons is right up here.
Don't wear a mask. Don't ever put on a mask for COVID, because if you do, you'll get it control.
There's a guy standing on the corner preaching about the hazards of putting the mask on. Well, to each his own. We are on the corner of Upper Water and then Lower Waters that way, and George Street. And we're going to walk up George Street for a little bit, and then we'll see what direction we want to take. I'm going to be going basically west and north. Right now I'm heading west. I'm taking two directions, west and north. There's that Nova Scotia Art Gallery right there, that building. Whoa, someone got a parking ticket. Can't be possible in Halifax, can it? Yes, it can be very easily done. It can be very easily done here in Halifax to get a parking ticket. There's another one right there. And I didn't want to show the guy in front of him because he's sitting in his car, so You got enough problems paying the parking ticket without me embarrassing them. To my friend Caesar, these trucks coming through here, the container will be going to the container terminal, and right beside the container terminal is a grain terminal where they unload ships with grain, and these trailers go down there and pick it up and take it to different places, wherever it needs to go. Be nice to see when that building's all done. They saved two sides, and they're going to incorporate it into the new building. And it was called the press block because it says here there was 6 newspapers. Right there. 6 newspapers, 3 streets, 2 buildings. So there won't be 6 newspapers this time around. I think Halifax might have something in the way of a newspaper here. But at one time, 6 newspapers. That's how changes occur. We don't have much newspapers now. I really did enjoy buying a paper, going to a restaurant, getting a coffee, sitting down and reading the paper. Used to love that. Great way to pass the time. We don't really have that anymore now because everybody gets their news online and all that kind of thing. I'm going to take a shortcut right through the Grand Parade, they call this little park in front of City Hall. City Hall is right there. So we'll take a shortcut right through the park. And no, I'm not going to Citadel Hill today. It's right at the top of this hill right here. But that's not my direction today. But I will go up this street until to Brunswick Street, okay? Brunswick Street's at the top of this hill. All right, let's take the crosswalk. It's the safest way to cross the street. Newly painted too. All right, we'll walk up the steep hill because it's good for the cardiovascular, walking up steep hills. And this is one of the steep hills in downtown Halifax. There's many more, but this is one. It is quite steep. Not sure what the percentage is. How great it is, but it's quite steep. You want to get a good workout? Walk up the street and then go to Citadel Hill and walk the stairs. That'll be good for you. This building right here is where the Halifax Mooseheads play. And we were talking about that yesterday. A little shout to my friend Caesar in Guadalajara, Mexico. He was telling me they got Tim Hortons down there now. So I watched one of his videos yesterday. He makes videos down there. And I watched one of his videos and he showed me a Tim Hortons. Pretty cool, huh? I had no idea Tim Hortons was in Mexico. It was called Tim Hortons Coffee and Bake Shop. That's how they named them down there. Tim Hortons Coffee and Bake Shop. still got lots of tourists climbing the hill. But I'm not climbing the hill today. I'm going to take the sidewalk from here. I got to push the button. So I can cross safely. Don't want to get run over. Yep, see how high that is up there? And there's stairs all the way up. You can take the stairs. But I'm not taking that because I want to go show you the streets today. I have showed Citadel Hill before, but anyway, that is the Scotia Bank there. Home of the Halifax Mooseheads hockey team. Which my wife and I were talking about it. We plan to go at least once this year. I'm on Brunswick Street, heading north, but I'm also going to go west again. Before I go completely north, I'm going west again. I think I know the route I'm going to take today. I'm going to go up Duke Street. Well, that was Duke there, but I don't know if it's still Duke over here. Might be. No, right now, I don't know. If I could see the sign to tell me for sure if Duke Street ends there or if it continues on up the hill, I'm not sure. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, but it might be still Duke up here. I'll find out on the next corner, okay? And that way we'll know. We'll clear this up. Because a lot of streets are like that here in Halifax. They call one thing, they keep right going through the intersection, but on the other side, the intersection, they got a new name. So, you never know. Well, that was a nice little walk up steep hills. Still climbing. I'm not out of wind yet, not doing too bad, I guess, for an old guy. For an old guy with a backpack on his back, I really haven't slowed down, so doing pretty good, I would say. All right, now let's see. What do we want to do now? I'm going to cross the street here. I'm going to go down towards Gottingen. I might be on Gottingen for a block, and then I'm going to go straight on up again after that. And I think I'm going to walk across Agricola today to the north end. Sounds like a good idea. Okay, nothing coming. I can jaywalk this, look. Not a thing coming. Nothing that way. Nothing that way until you get way down the street. I made it. Still in one piece. Haven't got run over yet. All right, don't say it. There's always a first time. All right, now, let's see. Let's just have a look here. Oh, having so much fun. 12 minutes went by since I turned it off at the ferry there briefly. I had to get my backpack on. I would have made everybody so dizzy with this. All right, so we're gonna go one block down here where that crane is. We're gonna turn up there. Okay, that was Rainy Drive, that part right there. Rainy Drive. R-A-I-N-N-I-E. Rainy Drive. So it's only Duke Street up to the light, then it's Rainy Drive on up. That is the Halifax Police Station headquarters. So, let's see. Are you enjoying your walk today so far? I know I am. I love getting out making videos. It's my favorite thing. I just the more I do it, the better I like it. So, stay with me. I'm not tired. Not tired yet, okay? We can do it. We can go farther yet. We got a lot more miles left in us yet. Keep going. That's it. The older you get, keep one thing in mind. Don't stop moving. Keep moving. That's the secret. You want to keep your mobility when you get older? Keep moving. They say we all lose our muscle mass too when we get older. Well, we kind of do. Unless you take up weightlifting or something, you're not going to be able to simulate the work you did when you were working. Especially if you were tugging on stuff all day, lifting and carrying. And I know for me, that's basically it. I've lost some muscle mass. I not so much in my legs, but in my arms, because I used to lift a lot of stuff for my job. Now I put my backpack on, I carry my equipment around here, but that's about it. So I don't do the same amount of lifting I did when I was on the job. So unfortunately, I've lost a little bit of muscle mass, but I'm exercising, trying to keep everything in shape. Okay, we'll get going here. All right. I guess the cars are going to wait for me since I do have a walk sign. All right, now we'll go this way. There's a construction job here. Another building going up. What's new right in Halifax? There's buildings there. There's a building over there. Whoops, straighten up my camera here. And there's a building here, right on this little corner. Three construction jobs right here. And there's so many. Over in Dartmouth, where I live, from my vantage point where I live, I can count 11 cranes looking over at the city. And I know there's more because you can't see over the hill, and you can only see a certain distance. Depends on where you are. But from where I am, I can count 11 cranes. So that's pretty good. I would say that's a good bit of construction going on. And there's a lot more than that because I can't see them all from there. Anyways, let's get over to the sidewalk and we'll walk ourselves up to Agricola. And we'll go straight across to Agricola. That sound good? All right. This is kind of borderline of the North End streets right here. They all go that way, but they end right here because of the Citadel Hill. Okay, so right now we're on the Cogswell, because we walked in the block, we're on Cogswell now. This is the famous street we're talking about, the Cogswell construction down there. Get down to the bottom of the hill, and there's a lot of changes going on. And I don't know if there's anything up here in that going to happen. Time will tell. Could be. Love these houses. Aren't they great? Some are houses, some are apartments, but they all look so good. Little alleyways. I just keep my lens focused towards these buildings so you can take in the beauty. And here, of course, is Main Street. We're still heading west because the north is that way. But I'm not going to take Main Street either today. I'm going to walk Agricola. Now, most newcomers when they get in Halifax, until they've heard the name Agricola, they call it Agricola, which is that strong. And they're spelled Agricola. See, it sounds like Agricola, but no, it's Agricola. So you have to learn to say the words after you're here. There's Bower Street. These streets are all beautiful. Houses, streets, and the trees hanging out over. And there's a lot of leaves on the ground right now, making it even more beautiful. Look at that. This is the Cogswell roundabout. Okay, we'll walk to here and then we'll let a couple get across and then I'll take the crosswalk. Okay, there we go. All right, this is what they call Citadel Gate. And this is a little sign for showing events and things coming up. The Symphony in Nova Scotia, the Chimney Swifts, Music by Moonlight, at the Seahorse Tavern, and all kinds of things you want to post on this sign. You can do so. Beethoven's famous fifth review of the Halifax Common Master Plan. So this is the Halifax Common right here. Part of it. You can't see it all from here, but this is part of it. So let's continue. I don't think I needed to come across this street, but that's all right. I can look at the buildings over there better if I walk on this side, because they're all beautiful too. Love Halifax's multicolored buildings. A lot of cities aren't like that. This is kind of not unique, only to Halifax. I see St. John's, Newfoundland got a lot of that, but Ontario wasn't really so much for that. And it's beautiful. I love it. Look at all the leaves on the ground here this morning. And it's warm out. It's supposed to hit 19, I think. My wife told me 19 today. Amazing. We're almost the end of October. And here we are. Got my jacket open. I got my denim jacket on, but it's not cold. I wear it for the pockets so I can carry all my stuff. It's got these huge inside pockets. I don't put a lot of stuff in the outside pockets, but inside there's two big, huge pockets. I can put my phone in one, and my wallet in the other one. So I like to wear my jacket so I can have a nice place to carry those things. Now, if I want to get on Agricola Street, I should have stayed on that side road, but it's okay. I'll just take this crosswalk. I'll just take this crosswalk and go across. Roby Street is up there, where that tower is and those two tall buildings. That's Roby Street right there. There was one of our double-decker tour buses giving tours of the city. Canary goes down that way, and Agricola goes that way, but not this road. It's kind of complicated here. I'll show you what I mean. I gotta get up to this crosswalk, go across through there, make a left over there, and then I can find my way to Agricola Street, which is over there. All right. So, I am now safely across. There's the Armories building. There's been a lot of time fixing that place up. They finally got it to where they wanted, I guess. Because there was scaffolding here all for a long time. And it's gone now. One little bit right there, but maybe they just never got around to it. Now I'd say they're doing work on this side of it yet. Recruiting office inside. Anybody want to get in on the war? No? No takers for that? Okay. And Agricola Street starts right here. Here is the beginning of Agricola. Why do I like Agricola Street? Well, because it might start out as a residential street, but it very quickly turns into a business street with all kinds of coffee shops and things on it. So that is why I like Agricola Street. And also there's free parking here. I will point out the differences in some of the parking spots. Some of them you can park, I think it's 1 hour free, and then there's a half hour free, and I don't know if it's 15 minutes or the other way, you get 2 hours, I'm not sure. But as I see them, I'll point them out if they say, okay, right, I see one right across the street here. Now, that one right there says 2 hour parking, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay? And you don't see any boxes up here to pay for parking. There's free on Agricola. 2 hours up there. So if you wanted to come to this Cafe Lara, you could park your car right over there on the street, and you wouldn't have to worry about getting a ticket or paying parking or anything. Just park your car, and you can park and come into these shops and restaurants and things like that. And it don't cost you anything. Now, look at this one here. Monday to Friday, if you park this side of the pole, you only get 15 minutes. So if you're making a delivery, it's okay. Or a quick stop to go in a restaurant and grab a coffee, you could do that in 15 minutes. But anything more, you can't park here. But there's 2 hours this way. So you gotta be careful where you park if you come on Agricola. And just because you see a bunch of 2 hours, watch out, because there's some that's 1 hour. They're all different times. So all these here can have 2 hours. An Alberta car. I feel sorry for them though, you gotta shove tracks. Maybe everybody's won't be as bad as the one we had. Oh, that was bad. That was a lemon. That was the worst car since my wife and I have been together. That's the worst car we ever had. And when we first started out, we had some old beaters, and they were more reliable than that Chef Tracks. It was the worst. We had it for 4 years, and I think the engine light was on for 3. Because you just get it out, fix something and get the light out. You might make it a week and the engine light's back on again. So that was what we had to. Now see right here, it's 1 hour parking. 1 hour. So it's all different on this street. 2 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes, and there might even be something else. Might be a half hour somewhere. I'm not sure. I think there was. Here is 15 minutes again. If you park this side of, and you can't park the other side because the crosswalk's there. So you only get 15 minutes right here if you go. Can't park past that sign. And if you go down that way, you get 15 minutes. Unless you can come to the 2 hour sign. Bit of a reno going on right there. This is West Street. My wife did a delivery one day right there. And she had some heavy stuff going up a set of stairs. I was in the area, so I came over and came to her rescue, helped her get her. Actually, she didn't have to carry them. There was a guy coming up the stairs, and he grabbed one end, I grabbed the other end, and we took her heavy boxes to the top of the stairs. All she had to do was come up with the paperwork. Wasn't that easy? Okay. This is kind of beautiful right here. I love it when they do something like that. Paint a yellow door. They're all different. Everything, I love it. And there's a new construction that's starting to take shape. All these were just holes in the ground a year ago. Then they started pouring the cement. Now look, they're well underway now. Several of them have reached that stage. There's what it's going to look like right there. Coming late 2022, which I would say late would probably be December, probably. Because next month's October, and I don't think that'll be done next month. But you never know. Might be. I almost wore my hat today, and the last minute I said, if it's going to 19, that's going to be too hot for a hat. So, turned out it was a wise thing to do. Cause, Oop. Another one right there. We are running parallel to Gottingen Street, which is just down the hill, down the street. And Roby's up that way. And we will be intersecting with North Street before long. At that point, we're heading up towards where I need to be. Let me just take a look at my time here. 23 here, another 10 next 33. Yeah, that's good. But that's 33 there, but I still got the rest of my journey. So it should be a good size video. I don't want to cheat you. I want you to have a good, get your money's worth there. Okay? A little bit of a traffic jam right here. All right, we'll continue right on up this way. And I said we were coming to North Street soon. We're not quite there yet. I think the light at the traffic light up there will be North Street. Carlo Auto Service. One day I'm gonna try them out. I like these little private garages, and sometimes they're better than the big ones. There's a large snap-on truck. That's a common sound in this city. I remember the first time I left my little village in New Brunswick. And I was in Montreal. And first thing I noticed was sirens everywhere. The sirens. And I thought, wow, there's a lot of sirens here in Montreal. Then I realized that any city has got sirens. Little villages don't have sirens very often. Maybe if there's a fire, you might hear the police pull somebody over maybe, but probably wouldn't hear the siren. Yeah, you don't hear that sound very much in small villages. But when you come to a city, you hear it a lot. And Halifax has a lot of sirens. I think I hear them every day. Quite a few sirens in that run of a day. Well, here we are at the intersection of Agricola and North Street. Well, let's go this way. Let's go across. Well, I'm heading west now. And North Street goes east and west. And Agricola goes north and south. And I will be still going north. All right, continuing on north on Agricola Street, not Agricola. But if you don't learn anything else about Halifax, learn how to say Agricola. All the beautiful sidewalks of Halifax with the trees hanging out everywhere. And this time of year, the leaves flying all over the place. Look everywhere you look, there's leaves. A lot of leaves right there came off of this big tree. And there's an ambulance station right here on the corner of Macaulay and Agricola. Lots of leaves. But I always said, winter can't come as long as there's leaves on the trees. You can have all the leaves off before you can have winter. So as long as there's leaves, all kinds of leaves like that, it's not going to be winter. Not yet. We're having a great fall. This is absolutely one of the best falls I can recall. This is absolutely great to be walking around almost to the end of October. And so warm today. That's amazing. Another Ontario car. Lots of those around. Everywhere I look, I see Ontario cars. bookstore right there, Agricola Street Books. Or it should be Agricola Street Books, yeah. Not books about the street, but Agricola Street Books. The way I said it, Agricola Street Books, that sounds like books about the street. It all depends where you, I'm getting picky here now. All depends on where you put your accent. What place the books have. Oh, am I crazy or what? I've been told that. Pardon my charm. My crazy, wonky, hilarious ways. All part of my makeup. There's Ontario Street, and every time I walk by here, I think of my friend Sadie that used to live here. Lived right up in that street, just a couple of houses up there. Like I said, I moved here 4 years ago, that's true. But I was in Halifax before that, like a long time ago. Long time ago. When I was probably in my 20s. So that was a long time ago. And we used to play at the Legions around here. Yeah, so I played in this little country and western band. And we played around the Legions and stuff. And there was a lady that I played with quite often. And her name was Sadie. And she lived over on Ontario Street. So every time I walk by there, I can see Sadie. She played drums. And she could swear like a pirate. And she'd tell dirty jokes. She might have been a woman, but man, she could tell them. And she could make a sailor blush. But that was part of her persona. That was her. She was a nice lady though, very, very, very nice. I couldn't say enough about her in her manner. She was a very nice person. Kind, very kind-hearted. I could go by her house anytime and knock on the door and say hey, come on in. And they'd have some coffee or something. And yeah, she's a wonderful lady. She was old then, so she's long gone now. Because I'm 71, so back then Sadie was in her 70s, I guess. And I was in my 20s. So I know she's long gone, bless her heart, but anyway, she was a nice woman, and every time I walk by Ontario Street, I can't help but think of her. Well, let's go up, whatever this is. It's missing a street side. Oh, it's Almond, sorry, I know that, Almond Street. We're going to take a look at these buildings again and see how they're coming along. Big building project here. I've shown it a few times in its many stages. We might as well show it again with a bit of glass put into them. There's the old school. I say tear it down. Tear it down, put some tall buildings right here. I think we can squeeze in at least 5, because that goes way back, long ways back there. And there's probably a basketball court at one time, but no longer used, just sitting there idle. A real eyesore too, just like that school. One day it'll all come down and something will get built there that's real nice and improve the looks of this corner right here. Over there is going to be wonderful in that corner. and that way, same thing. And that corner's already okay. So let's just stand here and take it in what we can here, what's been done. The tallest tower is that one. And they still got a bit of height to go yet. I am on the corner of Almond and Roby. Almost to my destination, where I'll be signing off. Let me take a look at my time. Yeah, I'm good. I'm going to be almost up an hour. I don't like to go over an hour if I can help it, because I'll bore you to death. A lot of people don't last an hour watching videos. They watch them for 15, 20 minutes and then they change to something else. I have done it myself. Depends on how interesting it is. So I gotta make this interesting for you folks so you can hang in there until it's done. All right, crossing the street here. Almond, look down Almond. What it looks like now, eh? Buildings. Yeah. Big improvement there. So we walked up Almond, and Roger, I never even thought of your house on the way by. I would have just made a little mention of that. I never thought of it. I walked right by it today. Okay, another day. Another day we will investigate better then, okay? So, there you are, corner of Almond and Roby. The home of all the new condos. There's one right there. It's not exactly on the corner, but it's close to it. Still Almond and Roby. All right, now I'm going to walk myself up to the corner where I'm going to meet up with my honey and have coffee with her. Sit and talk for a while. Because she got a small day today, so she got a little bit of time to spare. She's just getting over a cold and touch of the flu, but she tested. She don't have COVID, just a touch of the flu and a cold, but like a trooper, she plowed through it yesterday, and she's going to plow through it today, and then she'll probably be all quite a bit better tomorrow, because she's better today than she was yesterday. Probably by the end of this day, she'll be almost back to herself, I think. Because when it's just a flu or something, or a cold, it don't take long to get over it. When you get COVID, that can take a while. Although, I had it, and I wasn't really sick. I was scratchy throat for about 3 days, coughing for about a week and a half, and I had a quarantine for 1 week, which I did, and I was allowed an hour a day out. I took that hour and went out and made videos, and came back in the house. Can anybody remember the video I made from my bedroom, looking down at the street and talking? Showed the inside of my bedroom, and my musical gear, and my Bob Marley flags and towels and t-shirts. And anyway, I did whatever I could to make it entertaining. Because I didn't go out the first day. The first day I could have went out, but I could have went for an hour. But the first day I stayed home because I was, kind of yucky. But then, before my week was up, I was ready to go again. So I can't really say I was really sick with it. Now we just got to make sure I don't get COVID again. I had 3 shots. And it's time now for my 4th, but I took the other 3 were all Pfizer, and I want to stick with Pfizer. And all they got here right now for people my age is Moderna. And I'm not saying nothing against Moderna, but I'd rather just keep them all Pfizer. So I'm hoping that we'll get some. They got them for kids here, but I'm hoping before too long we'll get the Pfizer 4th dose. And that'll be great. Now, the longer I go, the longer it will last. It'll get me all through the winter and the spring. The summer is usually quite easy. Things die off in the summer, but in the winter, I just hope we don't get a lockdown or anything, because that's hard. That's hard on everybody getting a lockdown. Keep it going. Might as well keep it going. Everybody's vaccinated. Keep it going. Don't shut them down. Keep it going. Because if you don't have anywhere to go, and it's like -10 out, no snow is blowing, what do? You got to have somewhere where you can go in and get coffee and things like that. That's part of our Canadian, I should say North American way. Is to go to Tim Hortons and have coffee, talk with your friends, socialize. That's what we do. So if you can't do that, life is not really that great. Anyways, I'm back here at Tim Hortons already. I got to stop by yakking and sign off. Tell me to shut up. I won't get offended, okay? All right. I'm going to stand right here and sign off and stop my yakking and give you guys a break. All right, here we go. If you like this video, push that like button, that thumbs up thing there, and that will make me happy. And I don't know what it'll do for you, but it might make you happy too, okay? Yeah, I'm a little crazy today. Okay, try to be serious. Okay. If you're not yet a subscriber, I'd love it if you become a subscriber. And I'm gonna stand up here. Our speaker should have a podium there. See, I got myself a podium now. So if you're not yet a subscriber, it's easy to be a subscriber. Just push that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and you'll get all my videos when they come out. And with that, I would like to say my thanks to anyone who is a subscriber. And after that, I would like to say to everyone, have a great day, be safe, take care, and we'll see you all on the next video. Bye for now.